everyone! Welcome to the first video of my cosplay vlog series. Before we can get to the fun stuff like makeup and wigs and posing, we've got to get you started at the beginning. A question I get asked on a daily basis is, Cyrene, how do I start cosplaying? It sounds like a basic question, but hey, the world of cosplay can be pretty intimidating and sometimes overwhelming. It's hard to know where to start, but cosplay is really one of those hobbies where you've just got to jump right in. You want to cosplay? Take a lesson from Nike and just do it. That being said, here are some tips to get you started. First off, and this might be really obvious, choose a character to cosplay. And honestly, sometimes this is the most difficult step. I tend to pick characters who I connect with emotionally or characters who I think I look physically similar to. Or sometimes my friends need help filling up a group and they'll ask me to be a specific character. Either way, pick a character who you think you'll have fun dressing up as. I'm just going to make a note here though. If you're a total beginner to costume making and you have no idea how to sew, I suggest picking a character who has a simple costume design. Particularly something that you could buy from a store and then modify. For example, one of my first costumes was Olette from Kingdom Hearts 2, and for that costume I bought a tank top and then painted the flowers on, and bought a pair of pants which I dyed yellow. There was no sewing required, but it still taught me a lot about basic techniques that I could use to make cosplays in the future. Next, collect as many reference pictures of the character as you can. Screenshots, artwork, all of it. Google search is going to be your best friend. Make a folder on your computer and organize all the photos. They'll help you when choosing materials and figuring out the details of the character's outfit. Once you have your reference pictures, it's time to plan out the costume. Go through every piece of clothing and accessory that the character has and figure out how you're going to make it. Some things you can buy, some things you'll have to make from scratch. Because last time I checked, a lot of Final Fantasy clothing does not exist in real life. This is also a good time to figure out what wig you're going to buy and if you're going to do any other physically altering things like buying contacts or fake nails or fake eyelashes. At this time, it's also a good idea to figure out if you're going to make a prop that goes with the character, like their weapon or maybe their animal familiar. I found it really helps to make a giant checklist of every single thing that I have to do for the costume. Then I check things off as I go to make sure I don't forget anything important. If the character's outfit is very basic, like a t-shirt and jeans, you could probably buy those at stores like Target or Walmart or even a thrift store. And then from there you can alter it, whether it's painting or cutting it or something simple. Like I said, this is a really good idea for beginners. If you're going to be sewing the costume yourself, do some research beforehand either online or in a fabric store to see if there's any patterns similar to the clothing that you have to make. There are thousands of patterns out there from companies like Simplicity or Butterick, so make sure to check if there's anything similar to the character's outfit. After that, it's time to go shopping for materials. If you need help picking fabric, try asking the employees at the store to help you out. Most of them have a basic knowledge of sewing. However, definitely think outside of the box when it comes to your cosplay materials. Basically, if it exists, you can use it for cosplay. People use everything from coffee cans to gardening equipment to make their costumes. Courtney actually used a vacuum extension to make her quiver for Artemis. If you're confused about how to make a certain part of your costume, try searching for a tutorial. Like I said, Google is going to be your best friend from now on. I'm a huge believer of not reinventing the wheel, so if there's a tutorial already on the internet for something, I'll probably use it. In the description, I put a link to cosplaytutorial.com, and there are hundreds of tutorials which will definitely be helpful to you. Most importantly, though, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you see a cosplayer who has made the same costume that you're working on, don't be afraid to send them a message to see if they can help you with any problems that you run into. No, please don't send them a message that just says, "Do you have any tips?" Making a costume can be a very detailed process, so you're more likely to get help if you ask specific questions, like how did you make your cape? Or what material did you use for the shield? While you're making your costume, remember to take your time. If you rush something, it'll typically show in the end result. So take your time, and if at any point you get really frustrated, just step back from the project and wait until you can come back to it with a clear mind. In the end, remember this, and it's something I'm going to drill into you guys throughout this video series. Cosplay is about having fun. There can be a lot of drama in this community, and most of it is a result of people forgetting this basic concept. We're all nerds who like dressing up as fictional characters. There really shouldn't be any drama involved. So keep that in mind while you're making your costume, while you're wearing your costume. It's about having fun. Anyway, best of luck on your first costume. If you have any cosplay topics that you're curious about and you want me to include in this series, just leave me a comment or send me a message. Happy cosplaying! Oh my god, that is the stupidest ending ever, but it's gonna stick.